Hello everyone, welcome to Our Darker Purpose, and I'm sorry about yesterday. I had technical difficulties. The technical difficulties were I was very tired, and I basically fell asleep, like all day. Just boom, lights out. But I am here to bring you back into the worlds of Our Darker Purpose with some Zen and the Art of Pummeling. However, right now we are going to do a magical QWERTY experience. Now you might ask yourself, what makes it so magical? This. Poof. Bing. Bum. Boom. Boom. We're back with Vanishing. One of my favorite lessons. Now the reason I like Vanishing is because you basically can get it for only one period, because all it does is it makes mud totally useless. It has a great cooldown as opposed to being scared. That has an increased cooldown, although we already know the reasoning for that. It's so that you can't spam being scared because of its own speed ups to cooldowns. But besides that, Vanishing has the added bonus of being able to dodge things, like, really well. Especially any environmental hazards you may run into. I mean, look at this. Neener, 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 neener. Now tell me, if I didn't have bubbles, if I had bubbles or something, I totally would have used that. What? The only thing you have to worry about is your aim. Gold star. We could, in retrospect, see, now that's the worst part, is when you can't dodge out of it. But once again, we know that bouncing balls follow us. They've always followed us. Everything that bounces follows you. There is no random trajectory. And I think I broke the camera for a second. I wonder if I'll get that thing with the obsolete operator. I had it last time where the obsolete operator basically rapid fired his attacks. His little spiky thing. It was like 1, dun dun dun, 2, dun dun. Let's see. Yeah, like this. See how fast that last one came? Anyway, if you haven't noticed from the damage, we're on severity. Because, man, he's really messing up the camera. Vanishing can be useful to get around enemy bullets, especially homing ones. It's also useful for getting into tight corners like you saw on the last floor without actually needing those guys who break things. You know? A lot of trash can here, along with the special trash can. And we didn't get a level up yet. I'd like the Apple experiment if it said all enemy projectiles. But it just says all projectiles. This includes yours. See? We're going to take the Velveteen Cabinet because where the Chalk Cloud ends isn't very useful to us. It doubles the chance of a memory room each floor, but we've got all the lore and I'm in no rush for a memory room. The only thing it'd bring to me that's new to the table is a Archivist every few floors. Fire is not considered a projectile. Nope, it's environmental hazard. What to talk about? So, if you've looked recently at or if you've been in game recently, you might have noticed that sometimes you'll run into a room and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh my god, what's with this room? Because the layout's totally different. I've been trying to figure out if that means update or not. Fudge you for arg. Want to walk into my room? Right onto spikes. Yeah, it sounds like the Candelabra of Longing, alright. The best way to go into his room and not land on spikes, the bottom. Was he leading me with that shot? Because I didn't see it come out until I was there. And I know he doesn't just wistfully throw them. They are aimed. Haphazardly aimed, but they're aimed at you, nonetheless. I find it hard to believe he actually predicted where I was going to be teleported to and changed the trajectory of his shots. But that seems to be the case as I'm seeing now. His rate of fire might just be so great that while trying to dodge his shots, I'm just giving him more ammo. Also, I am deeply surprised that there was not one of these dusters was not the special guy. It's one of the faults of Woundworts is that their leaders are very limited. There's Chalk Leader and Big Guy who chases you around Leader. That's it. That's why whenever you use crowns or on a power struggle floor, look, it still dragged me back even though I was a pixel off. You son of a bitch. But no, when you're in a Woundwort floor, you yell fuck it and use chalk. Because that's the way things go. There are a lot of those chalk fuckers are going to appear. And the reason is because they have no other leader types for the Woundworts. It's only chalk guys or chasey guys. One or the other. Apparently he can pull me while I'm in the other realm. Eat your heart out, quantum mechanics. Even if I'm traveling at the speed of light, I cannot escape his gravity. He is a veritable black hole to me. Apparently. Well, there's something we haven't seen in forever and a fuck while. A sock snake. Come get me. What am I at? 11? I can get one more box of juice. Let's see if we can find anything else in here that's worth mentioning. Alright. There. 4 of them. Ah! Get out of my way. I'm glad they changed it so that if you teleport into the wall, it doesn't take your cooldown at least. Fortunately, a lot of things have been changed by that too, though. Like, you can't teleport into some smaller spaces anymore. Like to hide from people. Come at me, bros. I can't believe one of them like dodged every single shot. Every single shot. Nevermore's Inkwell. The one thing about the teleporting is, unlike things like rolling and whatnot, it will never increase its range with your movement speed, because it doesn't increase your movement speed at all. It instantly teleports you. There is no movement speed. Sudsy? Fudge. It's the fudging few. Ah. Now with teleport against the frozen few, you can dodge some of the things that it tries to do to you, like lock you out of places. You're still subject to watch out for the bouncing shards of ice. As you try to get to the frozen few. I will always hate bouncing things in clothes. These are two truths. This game has ingrained in me a hatred of bouncing things in clothes. Much the way that other things sometimes ingrain a hatred of, like, animals and people or something. It's just they're so annoying, and this is why I think that there has to be an update. There just has to be. You can't leave everything. This isn't a perfect game yet. It's not a complete game yet. It still has bugs. Plenty of them. It's close to done. I'll agree with that. But I don't think it's done. Not to the point where it's not liable to get updated again. Like I said, one of the things that needs to happen is we need to get more champions for these wound wards. True, after a while, maybe you get used to fighting their champion. But you know how dull it is fighting their champion over and over again? Fighting that same guy? By the way, without rolling, this room is a pain in the ass. Because you basically can't dodge. There. Okay, he's leading us to his room already. I really was hoping that this was not the case. I didn't want to fight the Archivist yet. I wanted him to lead me to a room that had a bunch of things so I could get some mother humping coins. This whole thing has gone pretty tits. Ah. I was kind of hoping that enough birds would hit this guy over here that I wouldn't have to look at his face. Oh, teleporting and clothes kind of cancel each other. I can show you why in a second, as soon as it's safe. Look at that, I brought the clothes with me. I still couldn't move. I was just stuck getting all these clothes on me. Our damage is still abysmal. It sucks to high heaven. We have no chance with this damage. I know, I saw him. It wasn't something that was proven at this time. My god, how many of you fucking globe-tossing assholes can there be? Hmm? You mind? You'd almost think that one of you should be a leader. And now we have this. He's stuck in an almost impossible to get to area without getting hit, as you can see right there. I wasn't even in the room! Wait for me to enter the room! Then throw your shit at me! You degenerative human wastes. Honestly. Blow up. Come on. Everything just die. That was a stupid bird aim. I can't believe that they aimed themselves at the bottom of me, not the top. They didn't even come from the top of the screen. They came from the side. That waste of an emblem shop, really? Come on now. Ah. Why is this bouncing back piece of it? How many times for it do we have to talk about this whole bouncy castle shit? And how fucking stupid it is that you only have certain hitboxes, but only at certain times. I think we've discussed this about you a couple times. Look at that! How many shots just bounced off that thing? All of them were final shots. The one hit that would KO it. And what they do? All bounce. Go away. No one likes you. Literally, no one likes you. Come on. Wrong direction. Wow. Again, wait for me to get inside. You can throw those all you want, but at least let me get into the room and see you before you throw them. Capiche? Terrence is paying fish. It's a little late for that item. I don't mean just late period, I mean that it's a little bit late in the game to be giving me this item that is basically a floor 1 or 2 item. Alright, throw your dang things already. You threw them already before I got in, again. We need to have the talk, people. I know they can react the second the screen changes, but I can't. I have this something called reaction speed. It's not very good. Obviously. No, it sucks. Have you ever tested your reaction speed? That stupid thing at like the Science Museum where it drops the pencil and you gotta catch it and see how many inches you caught the pencil on? And it does it somewhere between 0 and 2 seconds is when it drops the thing. And it's always a different time, just so that it'll always test your reaction time. I don't know if everybody has those things around, but I know I did. And it was not a good day. I sucked at that. My reaction time was crap. I think it dropped 10 inches before I caught it. And it's not that it's really hard to catch, like you have to throw your hand in there and stuff. No, no, no. You're supposed to put your fingers on either side of the ruler and then it drops it. So no, that sucked. 10 inches? 10 inches on a ruler to drop before the brain realizes, nope, grab it. It's very slow. I really don't want to deal with you right now. You have no idea how much I don't want to deal with you. Like, on a scale of 10 to 0, -3. Now you may notice sometimes I'm not shooting to the left. I've been noticing that too. Almost like my keyboard's given up on pushing left. It actually takes a lot of effort to hit left for some reason. It shouldn't take that much. Like, I shouldn't have to hold down the button roughly in order to get it to shoot left. One hit him. One. Count it, one bird. At least I can jump through the bishop. Come on, Disciplined. Did we finally get up to 500? Nope. I'm gonna get that 500 just because I am so fucking sick of the counselor right now. I am tired of him. I need that period. Once I get up to the 10,000, he'll go away forever and I never have to look at him ever again. It'd be nice if he became a boss or something. That'd be great. It's like, okay, you're done counseling. Now a new boss has appeared or something, you know? New challenger has arrived. There. Thank you for the chalk arrow. Die, obsolete operator. Seen you so many times. You know what? I don't miss the part with the camera. You remember the camera messing up and then dragging all of us up because the elevator was going up? I don't even miss that. It wasn't even a problem for me. How many people was that a problem for? Like, after the first time that you fought him. I admit, the first time you fight him, it's like, whoa, what the hell's happening to my screen? But after that, you kind of just accepted that that was going to happen, right? You didn't even care anymore. That fix confused me. When they talked about them fixing the obsolete operators thing, I thought that that's how he was supposed to be because he's an elevator, right? So I didn't even see it as a problem with him. Nephi's Wickedness, good. Let's get to the boss and finish this off so we can get whatever tokens we need. There he is. Sudsy. I'll deal with Sudsy. It's one of the better things to deal with. I should have guessed that he was about to rush. It was about the time he should have. That was a bad chalk shot. Huh? Huh? Vanishing definitely makes it easier to get that thing underneath Sudsy. Since I'm able to jump in and out of him. Or of his area. Like so. Sensitive wound warts, huh? This is one of the rooms that vanishing is useful for. Because then you don't have to wait for this big bastard to keep going around and breaking everything. You can just teleport in. The smaller room with him and Justiferal Bruggs, though, no. He has to break things. They made the potato sacks too small that unless you have pinpoint accuracy with vanishing, you're not going to be able to push into them. Another Candelabra of Longing. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I hate you so much, Candelabra of Longing. It's not funny. I just hate you that much. I remember the first times I met you. You were my most hated boss. You're still my most hated boss because you're the most annoying boss I've ever fought. Even with a way to beat you. So far we've been rushing everywhere. We've gotten all the way up to here. And the one thing that we don't have, damage. Still no damage whatsoever. It's the main reason I take criticism. You need that extra damage. This game is very damage poor. I'm going to try and think of how many lessons give you damage. Let's see. There's Juice Boxes of Darkness. Perk of being a ranged wallflower. Gangs of New Edgewood. Atlas Glugged. Let's see. Hitchhiker's Guide to Vending Machines. That gives you 5 damage, by the way, for anyone who was wondering. Trust me, I don't blame you for not thinking that that gives damage. Count of Monte Choco gives 10 damage. Hound of Eraservilles, I think, gives 10 damage. And the Count of Monte Choco gets a plus because it gives you double damage on chalk. It's probably one of the best damage adding lessons. Just simply because of that. Because of the extra chalk damage that it gives you. But yes, there are some that are just... Let's see, that's... How many do we name? 5 about. And altogether that's almost 50 damage, I think, from that. I don't know whether to count Coins and Punishment, because the thing with Coins and Punishment is that it depends on your mercantilism. Get out of here now. Never darken my halls again. The counselor appears satisfied. Goody for him. So now we have 9 periods. To get 10, we need to beat hard mode. Hard mode, once again, still already takes 3 of our periods to equip. Hailstorms is with always wielding coins. That's one for Coins and Punishment. One of these is Pre-Combustor, the Potato Effigy, Power, Revenge, and Storytelling. Storytelling's over here. This is Power, this is Potato Effigy. That's the Pre-Combustor, and this is Revenge. Of all of those, which by the way we don't even need Severity anymore, of all of those the most useful one is probably Power. Maybe Storytelling if we all knew what it did. Unfortunately, no one really knows what Storytelling does. It just says useful for getting out of sticky situations. And I know there are a few people out there who've got it, maybe. But I don't even know if they know what it does. Because no one's put up what it does whatsoever. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. It's getting to that point again where I'm hoping for an update, not just because, you know, it looks like they need one, because there are still some things that need to be updated, but because it's getting to the point where the game is becoming monotonous again. The one thing about Potato Effigy, which I find funny, is you have to beat the game 10 times to get it. And what does it do? Potato Effigy costs 4 periods, okay? And gives you an extra life. So it's a free Telltale Extra Heart, doesn't cost anything. Except 4 periods. That's the part. They need to have more ways to get periods too. So limited on things you can combine. And there are some of these classes which are just useless. Meh? Shoelaces? It says player disables, which I'm pretty sure means that actually now it also works on you know, confusion. Still not that good. Still stupid. How about if it increases our move speed and reduces our duration? Then maybe it looks a little better, Maybe it's worth 2 periods then? Sugars is okay. 3 seconds of invulnerability, which is... I think that's twice, if not more, invincibility than you actually have. Even Regret doubling your invulnerability time, I don't think equals 3 seconds. Could be wrong. Alright, well that's gonna do it now. We're finally done with the counselor. We'll never have to look at him ever again. Get out of that chair. It's ours now. Hand of the Bloodfather. Things and things. 10 victories. Stuff and whatnots. End of extra period now. So now we can have a combination of up to 9. We'll see how it goes next time. Gonna have to think up some gimmick because just playing the game is getting very dull. See y'all next time.